Sorry, greetings everyone. Okay, now it's connected. I was waiting for my headphones to connect. Hope you can hear me. There's some work going on in the background. Some sound has started, like God knows, it's like hitting on wood or something. Some work has started now. Sorry about the background sound. I didn't know that this would start as soon as I start my live stream. So, as I was on this in my previous live stream, two Muslims came. One I timed out for 24 hours now, or banned, because I cannot stand dishonesty anymore. And it has an adverse effect on my health, and it kept on having. Salahuddin was the first one who I started to. It started as a discussion, but no, the questions he was asking, it went into a debate mode rather than a discussion mode. I've tried to avoid this, requested people to be honest and come here, cooperate, but they didn't. And so now it's got really as age days go on, I'm aging and things like that. So still no mercy no cooperation from the Muslims who come here. Salahuddin stopped coming, I guess. So these Muslims keep coming here. So it was on my research on Islam when I started to tell scam. No, sorry. Then Jemi came and I told him that it's a straw man argument you're putting forth against the Banu Qurayza Jews and bringing Torah in, and what's in the Jews' Torah, Deuteronomy 20. Right, so again, my research on Islam, why I chose Ibn Ishaq, relied on his account on Bani Qurayza from YouTube channel Defender Films. The title is, or the subject, number 2, why is everything we know about Muhammad and the Quran so late? So, sorry, not that I agree, and you do not mention of Shia account, although I didn't fully see the video, maybe some other time, but that was enough, and it came to Sahih Bukhari. Anyways, why is it written late, or if the accounts have come late? But I took the later account. If Ibn Ishaq's account is even later than Sahih Bukhari's compilation of the hadiths. Okay, so sorry, not that I agree, and you do not mention of Shia account. My research is different, taking eyewitnesses, and one closest to Prophet Muhammad is Imam Ali. That's what the Shias have done, and they've made him the most trustworthy. Thereafter, after Imam Ali, the rest of the Imams until the 12th Imam, 12 were Shias, Ismailis also, but they're 49th Imam now, present, long live, good health for him, I pray, and proven to be Imam Ali, trustworthy, most trustworthy. Shias get this, so as they were saying, like they're saying, why is it written late? And so, Ibn Hisham, which, all that, but my contention, my thing was that it helped me to say this, at least here. Why I even though the Quran about Prophet Muhammad and Quran, it was so late written, but then we have the closest Imam Ali, and then the continuation of the succession. So he's not only the Quran, but with the Quran, but the expounder of the Quran and Prophet Muhammad's life, right? So it doesn't have to be late. According to the Shias, it's as close gets, right? So even this we cannot trust in, and I gave my reasons why. That's why taking Quran ayats, I've had to rely on Ibn Ishaq's account on Bani Qurayza also, although it may come later than even Sahih Bukhari and Imam Ali and which Imam on which Imam's time. Uh, uh, so I have to check during which Shia Imam's period Ibn Ishaq lived, and so he was not killed, having given by someone the true account of the Bani Qurayza killing massacre. If Imam Ali's lifetime, in Imam Ali's lifetime, then he could have, if in Imam Ali's lifetime, then he could have been killed. Yeah, so it's so very succinctly written, I think, but bad grammar or something. Maybe not. The true account of Bani Qurayza, if Imam Ali's lifetime, then he could have been killed by Imam Ali. Surah 33, ayat 60 to 61, and even 62 you can take. It is the way of Allah, the Sunnah of Allah. Answering on this live stream, the Muslims came. Answering Muslims against, okay, so it's answering Muslims, what Scam, Shamoun, and Jemi told me. Now they went to Deuteronomy 20, telling me that, well, if Prophet Muhammad killed these Jews, it's in their Torah and everything to kill the evil city, destroy the evil city, plunder, kill the evil people. They could win some sympathies from, okay, so the Jews understand that that's why Prophet Muhammad had to kill them in Yathrib. They could gain some sympathies and understanding. But let's see. By giving us this from the Jews' side. Scam, Shamoun, and Jemi. Another thing, Scam Shamoun was saying that it'll all come here as I read on, right? What I understand they must be saying is Prophet Muhammad applied the same rule of punishment against the Bani Qurayza for opposing a true prophet of the Abrahamic religion. But number one, must we not ought to ask, did they find him their awaited Messiah? Because for the Jews, there's no more another prophet but an awaited Messiah. First of all. So first and foremost, I think we should handle the fundamental questions of their belief, the fundamental beliefs they have had, right? And then go on to the more complicated ones, one by one, as you understand and as you tick mark. Yes, proof is there. Zahra has given us so we can see it. But you didn't do that. And you're coming in the middle and you're just refuting this, because it's very hard, you see, to even seep through the Quran and the sources, Islamic hadiths and the Seerah, which one to take, which hadith is Sahih. I know your religious scholars have tried hard looking at the chain of narrations, but even Sahih Bukhari and even the Shias, how they give it, I've objected to that, although they've tried their best hard. And from Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sitta Sahids, you get what is Sahih, which hadith is Dhaif. Even then, it's Sahih Bukhari. So all the hadiths you have to accept, whether they are Dhaif also. However, your religious scholars have made it easy for you, at least in this way you can see, oh, this is Sahih and this is Dhaif, although in the Sahids recorded. So for me it's even harder than that, and my life was at stake. So you should be bearing patiently here. Does it say in the books that another prophet is to come? Many such questions came true as I asked to myself. came true for the Jews in this case and against the Islamic prophet, right? Proof from the Quran ayats mostly. And when I checked about the treaties, broken treaties and pacts, even looking at the treaties broken by the polytheists, Islamic sources, in the Islamic sources, I didn't find reasonable and sound proof. But proof against Prophet Muhammad raiding the Meccan polytheist caravans, even after being in Medina now. So one such attack when Abu Sufyan was away, their leader, polytheistic leader at that time, by the polytheists on some Muslims, Abu Sufyan went searching for Prophet Muhammad, pillar to post, when Prophet Muhammad gave him a bag. This is in the Sunni hadith sources. So he went to Umar or Abu Bakr, he went to Ali, he tried to talk to them that it's not me. However, he was called a hypocrite and that, he insinuated all this. He made it like he slyly worked, and this is what he wanted, that his policies would attack the Muslims. So Prophet Muhammad was not forgiving him until he embraced Islam. And thus we are told the polytheists were breaking treaties left, right, and center. And thus Surah Tawbah came up, saying, now we relinquish Allah and the Prophet from polytheists. Shortly put. Then kill them and all this. So now, on this, you as a Muslim can't say, but you say, okay, you say it, but it would be a strawman argument. You as a Muslim can say the punishment started from the Jews, insinuating it's okay for Prophet Muhammad to punish and kill them before finding out if he was a true prophet. You see, you don't have that proper sequence, following the proper sequence like I have been following and giving. You as a Muslim, you as a Muslim can do all the deceptive and dubious works on this and come here refute me. But what you're doing, I know that it's okay for a prophet, this would be a strawman thing. To punish and kill them before finding out if he was a true prophet and disregarding all the evidence I've been providing against the Quran, Prophet Muhammad, and thus Islam. So using a strawman argument and also using a lame argument. Okay, you might gain some points in this by saying that, go to Deuteronomy and thus the Prophet punish them, this is the same Allah and all that. But we see about the Bani Qurayza tribe, I saw that Prophet Muhammad used their own men or the arbitrary. The Bani Qurayza were asked to choose, yes, but giving them no choice. Because you know why I saw that he used this person, the arbitrator that the Bani Qurayza were asked to use, to kill them. This person must be under duress, because you have to see, I've proven that Prophet Muhammad worked in a very sly, dubious, deceptive manner. So this is the way to come now to this point, rather than just give me a strawman kind of a in between, say, this about the Bani Qurayza, the Torah, look at the Torah, look at the Jews' rules. Very deceptive and not being honest, really. So I cannot accept those Muslims who come here and do this kind of a thing. Bear patiently with me, please. My condition also, really, it's been very painful. I'm not, I don't want your sympathies. I'm just standing out, honest people. Someone is not well, you don't go in the hospital and start to argue with them, although from the hospital I could be doing this. But, like, of course, I've seen brutes. You could say that I'm trying to gain your sympathies or something like this. No, I'm appealing to your understanding hearts, your honesty. Look, my research is honest. And to understand those people who are not well, and so they're trying their best, broken and explaining. They may be making mistakes. So please cooperate. But no, I'll get some brutes. I'll get dishonest Muslims. Okay. Now, there's one thing about Shia point that I will show you later that comes to my favor on Surah Azab ayat 60 to 61. I found something. So let's leave these dishonest Muslims behind, like Jemi and Shamoun. The Jews and the polytheists had a peace alliance, and we don't find Jews of Yathrib meting out harsh punishments against polytheists using their Torah or Deuteronomy. Now why? Of polytheists of Makkah. So the harsh punishments against polytheists of Makkah, Jews did not use of Yathrib for breaking treaties against Jews of Yathrib, since it's come in the Islamic sources or something that they used to have skirmishes and, they never kept the peace between them, polytheists and Jews even. So from the Islamic sources, like that, but it didn't come to that far where Prophet Muhammad took it in his Allah, using his Allah. It didn't go that far, since then in the Quran ayat, so consider this, when Muslims use Deuteronomy 20 or 20 verse 19 to defend Prophet Muhammad's massacre of the Jews, even the Yathrib Jews didn't use Deuteronomy 20 to kill and plunder the Makkan polytheists. Hello, Jemi. So this is against what points Jemi raised here, dishonestly. And so we come to which I was going to. There is an ayat in Surah Maida, ayat 82. So Jemi, the Jews of Yathrib didn't use their Deuteronomy laws against the Makkan polytheists. What do you have to say about that? Oh, I'm taking a big risk because I feel my energy is shooting up to my head and that my head will burst with the dishonest people I'm getting here. They plague, they do a lot of, at least my blood has been boiled against me. I hate dishonesty. You will surely find the most bitter towards the believers to be the Jews and the polytheists, and the most gracious to be those who call themselves Christians. So then why fight the Christians even and force jizya from them? Surah Tawbah ayat 29, is it? That is because there are priests and monks among them. Wow. And then in Surah Tawbah ayat, against the priests and the monks, take charging money. And because they are not arrogant. Oh, really, God? Allah? So here you'll say, oh, well, the bitterest are the Jews and the polytheists, but that doesn't make the Jews and the polytheists friends with each other at that time. It does, because, it says in another ayat that the Ahle Kitab, the people of the scripture, are running. are running to the, what is it? How is it put? Running to the polytheists. Quran. So sorry, they didn't have the power to fight the pagan Arabs. They didn't have the power to fight the pagan Arabs. Uh-huh. No, they were very powerful. We are to, don't you see? You haven't read your own books, right? Roman Christians were very powerful. And God is their power. There was only one Hazrat Musa who went against Pharaoh. How can you say they did not have the power when they have? When the God is saying, when the Yahweh in Torah is saying, fight, whether you have the power or not. Solomon, how did Solomon bring Queen Sheba? She had everything. So again, you see, power is God. There were only 3 tribes in Western Arabia. Okay, let's see. Indeed, they who disbelieve among the people of the scripture and the polytheists will be in, worst of creatures. No. I see. So they didn't have the power. There were only 3 tribes in, but the city was growing, oasis and all this. So what? 3 tribes. How many tribes did Prophet Muhammad have? Huh? So how did Prophet Muhammad get the power against the Western Arabia, pagan Arabs? Sorry, not Western Arabia, but your history. You seem to know a lot of in detail like this. Pagan Arabs. Huh? Allah gave him power, right? Quran says. Huh? If you are few. So are you saying the Jews' God left them? Doesn't the Quran say that if you are one believer is equal to 10? How many? And we will show you less when they are a lot, and you will fight them. So again, your arguments are quite lame in this. Very, very lame. Jemi. Don't you think if Yahweh wanted to give them the power, one Jew could be equal to 1,000 pagan Arabs? Right? According to the Quran. And of course, Moses was very powerful, according to the Quran also, against Pharaoh. Dishonest people, Muslims, lost. There are only 3 tribes in Western Arabia. He knows where is Western Arabia. Oh, the Yathribs were in Western Arabia. They didn't have the power to fight the pagan Arabs. Jews didn't have the power to fight the pagan Arabs. Moses went to Pharaoh. Jews didn't have the power at that time. Oh my God, Jews, what is Jimmy saying? Your God is lame? So you're saying that the God's hands were at Badr, the Muslims were 300 against 1,000 pagans. Yes, right. But the reason you're giving here And then you're saying in Badr, the Muslims were only 300 and the Jews didn't have power. Like God couldn't give power to the Jews to fight the tribes, the pagans of Arabia. But then how did God, then why do you go to the Jews in Torah and Deuteronomy? Huh? Your reasoning is pathetic, right? Dishonest and pathetic. You can't win me here because you are a dishonest person. Dishonesty never wins. So then we go to, look at the pathetic dishonest. Plagued. I think if you are from, you brought up UAE, God sent angels to support them. Do you think the Jews were bereaved of angels? Huh? But then why are the Jews and the Christians all united? Why were the Christians, Jews, and the polytheists all united against Prophet Muhammad? I mean, I don't agree with you. Your lame excuses, you would be disqualified to argue. Your arguments are lame. And first of all, Prophet Muhammad, the Jews didn't have so don't go to the Torah, okay? The Jews were not waiting for a prophet, they were waiting for a Messiah. Jews and polytheists. Let's see how much of your dishonesty has strength here against my honesty. No, he wasn't. According to whom was he prophet? Muhammad, this true prophet of God. According to what sources? What evidence is in your source? It all goes against him. Even your own sources. Prophet Muhammad turns out to be a false prophet. I've proven it from the Quran ayah. So are you following me or not? Dishonest. This is the thing. You are a blind person. Dishonest. Your blindness, your dishonesty has blinded you. Now you're coming to the fundamental question which I have refuted and with evidence proven that Prophet Muhammad was not a true prophet of Allah. Again, lame arguments, just statements without proof, without explanation, without showing from the Quran ayats. Oh, again. And where you will find the Jews, the greediest of mankind. Well, Jews. Which Jews? Yahudi. In all three major against the polytheists, the believers were vastly outnumbered. Yeah, Shaitan does this, yeah. I can see it. And only were victorious through God's help. No, evil. Your prophet was evil. He was a nana of Shaitan. He was a false prophet. So first of all, you've lost now. Get out of here. I'm going to put you on timeout. You can't talk. Now, you see, this is what the Jews had to do and the polities had to do. Should have done. Expel these Muslims. Dishonest Prophet Muhammad. Get out of my land. Yathrib, Makkah. Right? Robber, thief. So once I expel these dishonest Muslims, we were expelled. He's a tyrant. The Christians, I think, are living peacefully with the Israeli Jews also. Now, lately, you can see the only problem is the Palestinian and Israeli Jews are having. God knows why. Where was it that they were? Either the polities are running to the Ahle Kitab or the Ahle Kitab are running to the polities for help from this tyrant, this terrorist, and it's Allah. Fake Allah. Okay, now I go here. Shias. I think the scam Shamoun is a Shia. Look at this. Where? Your commentary says under Surah Azab ayat 60 that Ali Ali commentary on multilingual Quran under this ayat Surah Azab ayat 60 that there's no furnish, no istiri, not to furnish anything that the Prophet Muhammad did anything like this or what it does say. Saad said, kill their men, captivate their women and children, and distribute the animals among Muhajirin and Ansar. And according to the report of Tabarsi, sorry, I cannot pronounce his name. He asked the Prophet to restrict the lands and houses to the Muhajirin. The Holy Prophet arose and said, O Saad, you have issued the judgment that the Almighty Allah has delivered at the seventh heaven. So Prophet Muhammad asked Saad, where is it? The Holy Prophet said, I appoint Saad bin Maaz. They agreed to this. The Bani Qurayza, right? Khazraj. Okay, what is this? They agreed to this appointment and brought him on a stretcher. He was on a stretcher? Members of Aus tribe gathered around him and said, Acha, this is the Aus tribe now. O Abu Amr, have mercy on your friends and confederates, as they have helped us in many engagements. When they had argued much in their favor, that nobleman said, the occasion is that Saad must not care for any criticism. Aus began to scream in shock. By Allah, Bani Qurayza is destroyed. Isn't this the Shia account? This is the Shia website. Women and children also began to wail. Shamoun में अल्लाह तश की आवाज़ अल्लाह मान बच्चे तड़प रहे बच्चे तड़प रहे हैं बेताब बीबियां खैमों. Women and children also began to wail. Allah, now the Banios. Finally, when there was silence, Saad said, "O Jews, do you accept my decision?" They said, "Yes, we do. And we hope for mercy from you." We hope for what? Mercy from you. Again, Saad repeated his question. Again, they replied in the affirmative. Saad turned to the Holy Prophet with respect and asked him what is his view. What his view was, sorry. The Holy Prophet said, "O Saad, I will accept whatever you say." Saad said, "Kill their men, captivate their women and children, and distribute their animals among Muhajirin and Ansar." What happens next? What? Oh, it's because of the Torah, Deuteronomy. They said, "Have mercy on us, Saad." And according to the report of Tabarasi, he asked the Prophet to restrict the lands and houses to the Muhajirin. The Holy Prophet arose and said, "O Saad, you have issued the judgment that the Almighty Allah delivered at the seventh heaven." After that, Saad's tumor burst. He's got a tumor. And he met his martyrdom according to his wish. Tumor bursting, according to his wish. His soul flew up to join the prophets and martyrs, then by the command of the Prophet. How come he had a tumor? What burst? I think Prophet Muhammad did some hanky-panky here with Saad against the Bani Aus Jews. Then by the command of the Prophet, the prisoners were brought to Medina, and pits were dug up in Baqi. One by one, Jews were brought there to be eliminated. Mission complete. Kill all the Jews. Prophet Muhammad. Huway bin Akhtab asked Ka'b bin Usaid, "What do you think are they doing with them?" He said, "Don't you know that they are being executed one by one? So be patient and remain steadfast on your religion." Just because they were Jews and they helped the Confederates once upon a time? Why? Even that I can tell you, to protect themselves and their religion, because they did not find him a true prophet. It was the turn of Ka'b bin Usaid. His hands were tied to his neck. His hands were what? Sayyid Sajjad hai aur zulm ki zanjeer hai. Sayyid Imam Zain al-Abidin. His hands were tied. Ka'b bin Usaid. This is the Shias are saying this, Tabarsi. Bringing Tabarsi in, I don't know why. His hands were tied to his neck and he was a handsome man. Ali Akbar, Ali Akbar. Ka'b bin Usaid. His hands were tied to his neck, and he was a handsome man. When the Messenger of Allah saw him, he asked, "Do you not benefit from the advice of that scholar from Sham who said, 'I gave up wine and material pleasures and agreed to remain content with poverty and dates for the sake of the Prophet who is about to rise?'" Oh, who will rise from Makkah and relocate to Medina, who lives on dried bread and some pieces of dates, rides an ass, and marries how many women? According to the Shias? Doesn't sound like Prophet Muhammad. Who will rise from Makkah and relocate to Makkah. Okay, this sounds like but not on who lives on dried bread and some pieces of dates, rides an ass. Did he ride an ass? He rode a camel and a horse. There is redness in his eyes. That's a disease. There is a seal of prophethood between his shoulders. Bring it up. Put it in the Quran. He carries a sword on his shoulders. He fights jihad against every enemy. His kingdom will reach to all the corners of the world. Ka'b said, "It is right." He had said in this way only, "If I had not feared that people will deride me from being frightened of death, I would have indeed brought faith on you." I wonder. But I have lived as a Jew and will die a Jew. Why is he being killed? You know why? Because he's a Jew. And he said, "I've lived as a Jew and will die as a Jew." Thus he was eliminated. Finished. After that, Huway bin Akhtab was brought there. The Messenger of Allah asked, "O transgressor, do you see the power of Allah regarding yourself?" He replied, "I don't condemn myself. I was only overcome by your enmity, and I continued to make efforts to get rid of you. But one who is not helped by Allah is surely humiliated." But he says, "I don't condemn myself." Today, who is Allah is humiliating this false prophet who killed these innocent Jews of Yathrib, took their land. According to the report of Sheikh Mufid, he turned to the people and said, Sheikh Mufid is a Shia Sheikh, was a Shia Sheikh. "O people, whatever Allah decrees happens. This is the crop that the Almighty Allah has decreed for Bani Israel." Prophet Muhammad, the one who goes killing, Surah Baqarah 204 and 205. This is the crop that the Almighty has decreed for Bani Israel. Tulips, tulips, tulips. When he was brought to Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali, that he may behead him, he said, "A noble is being executed by a noble." Huh? Because maybe Amir al-Mu'mineen's father, Abu Talib, was like Amar's friend. The righteous killed the evil ones and vice versa. Woe be to the one who is killed by the righteous. You are right. After you have killed me, please don't take off my garments. Imam Ali said, "Your clothes are unworthy of me." Definite. Yazid's army stripped the clothes off. You see why? In Karbala. He said, since you have allowed me to be clothed, oh Bichara, may the Almighty Allah also keep you clothed. And he put his head forward and was thrown among the dead, fully dressed. Okay. Oh, so other Jews' clothes were taken off? He tells Imam Ali not to take his clothes off. Oh, Shias, also you. And put his head forward and was thrown among the dead, fully dressed. According to the report of Sheikh Mufid, Albani Qurayza were killed, but according to some reports, the Holy Prophet killed 10 men. But he did, right? And distributed the others among the companions. It's enough. Ali bin Ibrahim has narrated that during those 3 days when the climate was cool, those Jews were executed. And the Holy Prophet had strongly emphasized that they must be supplied with fine food and potable water. Killed. Pani pila do, phir maar dalo. Yes, here, give them food, fine food before their death. Why give them fine food when you yourself are saying that you've had? Why give them fine food before killing them? Dried bread and only dates. Oh, you're going to take this nonsense, this tyranny. I can't even read this. Without my blood boiling, he urged. And he used to urge these men to behave with them nicely. Thus they were all killed. So Almighty Allah revealed the following verse about this incident. And he drove down those of the followers of the book who backed them from their fortresses, and he cast awe in their hearts. Some you killed and you took captive another part. And he made you heirs to their land and their dwellings and their property, and to a land which you have not yet trodden. And Allah has power over all things. So I've voiced after Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, Battle of Bani Qurayza. This is not battle. This is not battle, Imam Muhammad Baqir. Evil progenies, evil follower from Prophet Muhammad. Tabarsi narrated. Prisoners, some prisoners with Saad bin Zaid. I don't have the heart to go on right now. Do you see this? Just look at this. I won't read this. What's this? Okay, I think I'm losing it. 70. Sorry, my inside is losing it. I might die. Just taking you to 60. The hypocrites, the enemies of truth. Where is it? History does not furnish a single example of any action taken by the Holy Prophet against the hypocrites in the sense mentioned here. Although they helped the Confederates, and that's why. Oh yeah, just let me give you. Sorry, I forgot. Table of contents. Okay, so this is from the Shias. Who is the author of this table? The Shia uh, it's come from Shia sources and Shia religious. Muhammad Bakr Majlisi. Hayatul Qulub, Volume 2. Okay, I need to go. Sorry about this.